unmuted. Philly for life. Good morning. Good morning. Who else we got up in here? Let me get my share game going on. Good morning, Philly for life. My bad. I was here. I had to go home and get the other headphones for for myself and Mr. Davis. Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, good morning. Francine Johnson, good morning. Tasha Bella Michelle, good morning. Floyd Turner, Jajabor, top of the morning to you, good brothers. Stanley Wood, good morning. Wanda Smith, good morning. I am truly sorry, family, blaming on me for trying to do this right. Alicia Russell, good morning. Linda Chilton, good morning. Okay, here you go. I'm finna share this. Okay, Karen Malone. Yo, good morning. Felicia Martinez, good morning. Debbie Clark. Sonia Cherie, good morning. Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney. Taz Montana 313, that's T from the D. She said, good morning, Mick and Mr. Davis and the 810. Y'all know who that is.
Good morning. Good morning.
T from the D went from being my op, that's my only person that I talk junk with, you know what I'm saying? T family. Just because I talk junk to them, that crew's still my family. I got to get on them every now and talk junk to them, but don't get it twisted. T from the D family. She been a long time supporter. She one of them sisters that you can't stand, but you love them. That's T from the D. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. Tony Terry, what it do, good brother? Tapping in from Miami-Dade County. That's the 305.
Wow.
Cassandra Scott, good morning. The Maxter in the building. You know what? After the show, we're going to call you Maxter. We'll call you Maxter. Salty Chef, good morning. Common Sense, good morning. Stanley Wood said, click that like button. Stanley, I got Trevor working on that. Asaya Aquill, and y'all know who that is. That's Mama Aquill, in case y'all don't know. Been a supporter from the ground up, from the infant stage, as the late Mays would say. She been rolling with us since the infant stage. Meat Freaks Barbecue in the building. He said, good morning, Mr. Davis. He from Palaca, Florida.
Good morning.
That's where Meat Freak from. El the Golden Child said, good morning, Mr. Davis. El the Golden Child Sharp. And we got I Ain't Going. I Ain't Going coming in from Philly, is a supporter. Facts. Then we got, we got the other family member right here. Unapologetic. Nell. You know what I'm saying? Lorna, good morning. We got Bobo the Idiot. Good morning. Thanks for tapping in. Then we got the good brother Marcus Fielder. He from Fairfield, California.
Wow.
Big time supporter. Big time supporter.
Ain't that a blessing?
Big time supporter. You see how T is. You see what she's saying, the feeling is mutual. We probably beefing in July. Deborah O'Neill, good morning. Another blessing from the D. When T tapped in, she brought the D with her. For people that don't know. Deborah O'Neill, thank you for tapping in. Donnell Meredith, what's up, good brother? Then we got the beautiful Carolyn Hendricks, another big-time supporter. We got Coretta Hash. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, beloved, but thank you for tapping in. And we got the good brother, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis, and he coming from the Carolinas.
Wow.
Right. Lanita Murray, thanks for tapping in. And we got the gracious one, Nancy Adams, big-time supporter, another big-time supporter. Thank you for tapping in. Sunflower 34, been rocking for a minute with us. Thank you for rocking. And you know who this is. Teresa, family, ain't been rocking with us a long time. And then you know this one. The beautiful Deborah Luna. I think she 18, to be honest with you, in my humble opinion. Always be rolling with us. Always. That's who got us that when we hit the 1 million. Man, go on over there. And don't come in here doing that and I'm trying to do my what's the name. Don't do that. Don't go. Go on over there now. I got stuff I got to do. Deborah Luna, when we hit the 1 million, that celebrate us.
Hi, King.
Good morning,
Hey, bud.
Cassidy Wade. Thanks for tapping in. We get new people all the time.
Good to see you.
Lawana
Always.
Terry, the beautiful Lawana Terry, thanks for tapping in.
You see this big old shit?
Wrote another big time support. You know what? I met her at council. Always at council.
Wires.
You know, Sir Gregory, thank you, brother, for tapping in. And he said, good morning, Mr. Davis. He tapping in from Atlanta. Atlanta lovers. We probably going to be in Atlanta in a minute.
We sure
Aluna Callaway Lane, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. And then y'all know who this is right here. He don't need no introduction. One of the greatest producers in the world, Trevor Berry Hill.
Trevor.
Yeah,
What
Trevor.
the
You
hell?
know, yeah, I ain't gotta y'all know who Trevor is.
That's our brother.
Been from he started from when didn't nobody think we was gonna do nothing.
I told we the people last
I
night,
don't
I said,
know.
you ain't got nothing on our brother Trevor.
Yeah, I don't know. Trevor been riding. I'm still trying to figure out why he
ride
riding
with
with us. Yeah, because I be like, Trevor done cost so much hell. Especially he
I'm
know.
like, you can leave, dog. You
'Cause-
still won't leave. You really is
Yeah,
crazy.
because Trevor, man, him be up on it. He had to listen. See, that's what I be venting to. Concrete Jungle, what it do? Thanks for tapping in. And for
morning,
y'all don't know, that's
everybody.
William Socrates. Yeah, y'all hit that like button like Felicia Martinez said. 79 people, only 24 likes.
Common sense,
Unbelievable.
you be clocking me, don't you? Yes, I'm here before 9:30.
Valerie Barber, good morning. Thanks for tapping in.
What the helly?
Crystal
What the helly
Monique,
I say?
thank you for tapping in.
Let me share.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tapping in. And y'all know who coming on tonight.
Tay Tay.
And good morning. And guess where I met her at council?
Tay Tay.
Javier Jones, thanks for tapping in. He tapping in from Durham, North Carolina. Like I said, they showing us some love right now. Marcus Fielder, we're gonna get to that in 1 second. Marcus Fielder, that's my brother coming in from Fairfield. He said, so can anyone tell me how many candidates the current CFO beat out? Because
Baby, when I tell you we about to
Tasha Lynn, another supporter been rolling with us through thick and thin.
Look
Good
at Stanley
morning.
Wood said, what the hell he on?
Kawana Mack, and y'all listen, I ain't even gotta tell you that's family, how she been rolling with us through thick and thin, been telling us she seen greatness in us.
Hey.
When I didn't see it. No games. Good morning.
hell?
Thanks for tapping in.
What the hell he?
Allie Nicole
hell?
Gaddis Rivers. Good morning. Who birthday is it? I see happy birthday, Tasha. Who birthday is it? That Tasha Lynn?
Tasha Lynn, that's the only Tasha we know.
Happy born day, Tasha.
Is it? We got to make sure
And give
we
a
say-
shout out to her parents. You know, if that's the right Tasha,
What Tasha is it?
we shouting out your parents. Lena L, good morning. Good morning.
Let me share.
Carl Lewis, Uncle in the building.
What up, Unc?
You
We
know.
them ones.
Brianna Busted Benz and Shocks. Good morning. I'm about to mess up. Card Blank said, what's up, Kane? And y'all know
Kane.
Robert
What the
Sharon,
hell
good
he-
morning.
Good
Good
shit,
What the hell he
morning. Good
king?
morning. And Lena L is Illinois is in the building. Oh, the Shy lovers too. Bishop Ron Jones, thanks for tapping in, because that's the cousin of Nicholas J. Gaddis. You know, he brought his family
Hey,
in over
bring
here
your
with
family.
us.
We bring our family.
And then we got Eddie Gray. That's the good brother from 704 Charlotte bound.
Wow.
Y'all tap out that brother sports show, man. Tap in with the brother, you know.
Yes, because we can't tap into the baby old boys.
Don't worry about it. Then you hear what Sister Taliba said. She told me be quiet on my project that's coming up, so I'm going to just shut up.
Thank you.
RJ Cat,
I'm
what
glad
it
she
do?
said that.
What it do? RJ Cat gonna get us in trouble, but he been rolling for a long time. So RJ Cat, when you feel like starting, and once I get through these, everybody, what's up? Start the madness on council though. We talk about
Miss
council.
D said, Tasha, it's my birthday too. Happy birthday.
Who birthday?
Happy
Who else's
birthday.
birthday?
So we got Miss D and we
The
got Tasha.
The Snowman. Thanks for tapping in, man. Thanks for tapping in. Ashley Gaddis, good morning.
Oh, who is all? Oh, look at all them people got
Miss
gifts.
D, who else?
They
Miss
giving
D.
gifts away.
Miss D said, smash that like button. Smash it.
What's up, First Lady? What the
Diva
hell you
Cam
on?
13, good morning.
let me
I got to
share.
shout out my cousin,
I'm still trying to
Maria
shout.
Carter family, good morning.
That's my
The
cousin.
great, We really blood while you playing over there, fool.
That's my sister.
Michael Cooley, that's my brother from Greenwood, Mississippi. He said, "Good morning, Miss Winters in the King."
Yes.
Good morning.
Emma
hell
Williams,
you
good
on?
morning.
What the hell are you 18?
Thank you, Emma, for always sticking with us, even when we do wrong. Kenneth, good morning. Thanks for tapping in, good brother.
Where was I at?
Keisha Denise, good morning. It's Tasha Lynn's birthday. Tasha Lynn, good
Happy
morning.
birthday.
Happy
Tasha
anniversary.
Lente.
Happy anniversary.
Miss
And
D.
and Miss D, and we give a shout out to their parents, because without their parents, we wouldn't have them.
Yes.
So shout out their parents for linking up.
Shout
Miss
out.
Kariza Smith, good morning. Linda Coos, good morning. Miss Spring,
Miss Spring
good
Heron.
morning. You know, I'm putting our beef with y'all over to the side, but it'll be back once we get this took care of.
You coming to
I
church
got-
Sunday? You gonna come to church Sunday?
Nope. Tony, Yo, good morning. We got Shy in the building. The Shy in the oh, my cousin just gifted 5 people with something.
Hey.
Maria, golfer. Thank you for tapping in.
the hell
Saucy
you on, T?
17. Welcome to the blue side. Welcome to the blue side. And that's courtesy of the fam.
He was on this
Maria
morning already.
Carter.
Snow. All right. Thanks for tagging Snowby. Look, Snowby
Big
calling
baby.
me and tagging me.
Welcome
in
to the
stuff.
blue side.
We be keeping up with the ratchet side of Flint.
Major Mark, welcome to the blue side.
And boy, was they ratchet yesterday.
Solomon Zaire, welcome to the blue
Huh?
side.
They was ratchet. They think I got a scandal going on. They was
Michelle. Leave that. Michelle Pfeiffer.
You don't want to talk
good
about
morning.
that. What the
Thank
hell,
you for tapping
Yonce?
in.
What the hell, Niagara Falls?
And
What
the bro, Jeff Johnson. Good morning. Did
What's
you
up,
see,
Jeff?
Did you? And he from the ATL. Did you see how bad the age rate is?
Oh,
Okay,
see, that's-
yeah.
that's
But
why I
what the
don't-
hell he keep it up?
That's why I don't. That's
Stay
why I
who
don't
you
heli
with.
fuck around.
Yeah,
No. I
I'm
do a
trying
hell
to
of a
tell
lot
you.
of talking.
yeah. Talk him to death. I'm just saying.
You just want your 35.
Percent. You know it. Lord Rec, good morning. I gotta get that 35. Erica Gaddis, good morning. Okay, now we where we need to be. We just waiting on Darnell Dumas, the only Dumas that Winters like. And that likes 810. But
there you go.
But happy born days to Miss D and Natasha Lynn, but even a greater happy born day to their parents, because without their parents, we wouldn't have them. And
That's
y'all a
right.
blessing to the community, to the 810 community. Good morning,
We
Cameron
love
Hardy.
I can sing a little happy birthday if y'all want me.
No. Let's get to what the people come to see.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Maybe they didn't, but they came to see the King.
That's true.
So let's-
We all
I don't
come
know
to see the
about that.
king. I have to put on my best.
Oh, whatever,
dress for the
Winters.
king, you know what I'm
Don't
saying?
stop.
I have to put on my best
Don't
attire
stop,
when the
Winters.
king be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing with the king be
For
here.
Shizzle.
You got a lot of papers with you. And them papers that be in the city hall on that little
That's
spin
right.
around.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, well, let me get my stuff out the way because
There
it
you
look
go.
like we about to talk.
No, I just brought it for a show purpose.
This show purpose.
This show purpose. Look
Show
at me up
purpose.
here. Show. Mickey, why you can't dress up like this? He look good in the morning time.
Because I ain't never been on camera. And I
Well,
don't
you
know
on
better.
camera now. You need to wear a tie and a
I'm
suit.
just coming. You know, when I get that paper, then I'll be right there. Right now, I'm trying to get in shape, so I'm coming right from the gym. I ain't even, you know, I'm in here trying to get my shape together. When you know better, you do better. That's why he over here, for we can start dressing better. Because I don't want them to dog us out like council, you know?
Ooh, that's why I just cut my hair off.
Mhm.
Okay. All they can say is we need
Don't-
haircuts over here.
It look nice.
Thank you.
See what I'm saying?
What the hell, Yonte? Hey, what she got?
But I'm going to do a dress code when I do a be on time code, too. Hold on, who just did that?
Maria
Carter.
saved me.
With the $10 super chat. Fam, we got y'all. Y'all make sure you bring them little cousins up there for the ice cream when we do this ice cream thing. You make sure. Receive my book, We the Poison, yesterday. And Lord, I'm trying to do it. I know how she looked at it. It is amazing what they have hidden from us.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Have y'all
What's up,
watched
Miss Eunice?
Oh, hold on.
Eunice?
Let me put her up here. What the hell? I can't never miss her. Miss Eunice. Even when she we done crashed out on each other. And she showed us people who was crashing out on her. She is the gift to keep giving because she ain't never sugarcoat nothing. She gave it right down the middle. If we was on BS and one others was on BS. And I thank you for that. You a blessing. A blessing 810. And thank you, Tay Tay, and y'all will see her tonight Y'all will see her tonight.
You know, when I'm quiet, I'm doing something.
Bishop Ron Johnson, he will be calling in. I'm telling y'all that book. Did y'all see? Hold up now. Before we get off, did y'all watch Charlie LaDuff yesterday?
I did.
Erica got to say one that she will be calling in today, and
Okay.
I reached the talk. Did y'all see Charlie Duff with Jedediah on there?
I seen
I
most
watched
of
it.
it. I seen most
Joyce
of it.
McFarley. Good morning.
I seen most of it.
I watched it. Hey, listen.
Jed got a lot of support. You know he didn't hit
Facts.
the New York Times or some paper he didn't hit this morning. I was like, damn.
That's when Trump called me off of Charlie Duff when I got in all that Flint
Oh
stuff.
my God.
Yeah, he national.
He done took off. They was talking
Yeah.
about him down in Georgia.
Yeah, that's when everybody got mad at me in Flint for asking for that money.
Let's see, you got a piece.
Thank you.
And they think they gonna be mad at me. Let it be. I'm right there riding it on out. Jed, we here.
What the hell What the hell Jed?
Like getting to the top. Hey, if you gonna listen, trying to get there, it is what it is, and we are there. I'm just sharing this out right here. I gotta share this out to my people and stuff.
I shared it to mine, so
I'm feeling kind of
shout
like I
out
done
to
made it.
ATN News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world. Around here, we call him Spacely Sprockets. But today and only today, one day only, we just gonna call him Masterful Mick. Because they tried to go over that master fee schedule yesterday. We wasn't really understanding what the hell they was doing. We kept saying, what the helly? So
yeah.
I'm glad we got you here today and Masterful Mick to help us with that master fee schedule. And then, Mickey, if you can go ahead and we can get this weather out the way real quick.
Are you ready for the weather?
Did you give me some new music?
At this
download?
time, it's the corniest music in the game that we do for the weather, but here we are. There you go, Winters.
We got all these people that done sent us all this music, and you just won't put it on. You just won't put it on that box. I got to keep listening to that rock and roll shit every single day. It just,
Would you say you ain't got love for rock and roll?
I do love rock and roll, but I'm just not ready right now. It's too early in the morning for rock and roll.
Kevin Earls, good morning. Another
All right.
supporter.
So right
Tapping in
now,
from Texas.
it's
the post
70
office.
degrees, and it feels like it's 70 degrees. We got a high today of 80 blinky. 80 floor. 84. Not the floor, not the blinkies on the floor. 84 degrees and a low tonight of 63. But it say we got a severe storm risk. There's a possible risk of severe weather today, but it don't tell me what time, and it don't look like it's gonna be any time that we gonna be up. It's gonna be in the 80s all the way through to 8 p.m. tonight.
Wow.
It's just 80s. And then tomorrow, God said we're going to bless y'all a little bit more. And tomorrow, we taking it up to 86 degrees.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Mickey, what
Break
I'm
it
trying
down
to say,
for you.
and
What
break
she
it down.
trying to say is the streets of Flint finna be hot like fire, like these YouTube streets are. And thank you, Teresa Rooney, with the $5 super chat. I'm just
Yes.
calling it how I see it. I'm telling
Yes.
you, she said it's finna be hot. Y'all think the election street is on fire.
Ooh-wee.
I'm
what the
telling you.
helly?
Yes.
What the heliante?
But here we are. Here we are.
She said her 16-year-old baby, her 16-year-old daughter had a baby in the backseat of the car, and she didn't even know that the girl was pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
That would be a shocker at the stoplight. I probably wouldn't be able to go. No damn where.
Oh, you heard, you just checked this out what RJ Cat said. He said, I had a neighbor who knows I'm from Detroit. Asked me what the hell was with Flynn and people threatening the mayor with a casket. Said, I was rolling. Hopefully you get a new daily viewer. Thank you, RJ Cat, for doing that.
Thank you, RJ.
Uh-oh. Teresa.
Look,
No, Deborah just gifted one. Uh-oh, Maxter.
the Maxter got one.
Yeah, you part of the blue. You been part of the blue side.
Oh, somebody said no Winter still don't sing. Oh, I thought he said sing it.
Don't. We're not doing that today. We came here to get down to business.
Well,
Let's start it off because we was at council. You got the questions, don't you?
I just got stuff wrote down on this paper that I had a prediction yesterday, Maurice. Okay, like this was the first budget hearing we wanted to pass meeting. So I predicted that the first meeting wasn't gonna have a quorum, which they went into recess a couple times until Tanya got there. But I knew wasn't nothing gonna get done. Now the next meeting they gonna call another special meeting, and they'll probably have a big protest or something, and they gonna stay away from that meeting. This is just my prediction
Okay.
on it. And then after that, the mayor gonna hold a press conference with his force, saying that the other four is trying to stop the city progress, and if they don't pass this, the government gonna shut down in Flint, and it's
Correct.
gonna nobody gonna have a job, and they gonna hurt the families of the city of Flint and all the children and blah blah blah. And then they gonna come back that third meeting, and everybody that was talking about it from the first meeting, then they gonna pass it. They do it every year. I mean, this is just like theatrics. I think we're going through right
Politics.
now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that man yesterday, the star of the show, baby, was the CFO. He didn't know shit. We could have had Freaky Fred up there, and we could have learned more from Freaky Fred yesterday than we could from that CFO, because he just got up there and he only knew one answer. Well, it sounded like he had a bunch of
Right.
spit in his mouth.
Right.
Well, I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to get back to you. Everything was, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to get back to you. Like, he didn't know nothing. It was like Nelly said, here, take this and just go up there and stand and just keep telling them you're going to get back with them.
I think Flint gonna be in a little trouble.
A little. And then Holidale called a meeting and didn't show up. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this place here?
Either they trying to send it back to receivership, back to emergency manager. Something going on behind the scenes. And sometimes if people see they losing, they might say, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it worse than when I found it. And that's back to emergency manager.
That's what I think we headed to.
That's correct.
Yeah. It looked that way. Mickey was standing there like confused. I was confused. I think most people that was there was confused. And then they gave us this. They wrote it across the top. Like somebody said, go give me a pencil real quick so I can write it across here. That's just the fun. Just the fun balance. For real. Go give me a pencil real quick so I can tell them that this the budget. So they wrote it across the top of the paper. I posted it for them to see. General fund budget. But it got questions up here for me.
That whole thing is crazy. That whole budget is crazy.
Yes, it is.
Kendrick Jones, good morning, man. that whole thing, like. But you know what? Something that was said, I can give credit to this, that the councilwoman in the 6th ward and the councilwoman in the 5th ward, like they said, y'all been passing stuff because y'all been having the votes. Now you don't got the votes. So now when you got the department heads, like far as the CFO, why would you even send him down there if he don't know these questions? It ain't that. And then, like, I'm gonna say this: what is Ed? What is Clyde's position?
Which one?
Clyde.
Which position? Clyde is the
Edwards.
janitor.
Yeah, Clyde Edwards. What's his
the
position?
the deputy mayor, the chief administrator.
Right, he do daily operations
Everything.
of everything.
COO.
Everything.
He kept now Clyde. I'm gonna say this: Clyde. See, the administration does not respect them council members.
You just figured that out.
And I said the same thing to the ENA board. Don't, how you gonna say you don't like the way somebody talking to the CFO? Then you got Judy up there like she Chris Osgood from hockey from when the Red Wings was winning the championships. She studied answering the questions from the CFO. Why is we paying the CFO $148,000 then if he don't know nothing?
That's right.
How much?
148, I'm guessing. He getting 6 figures. Like, I'm still, he come up and then Clyde, like, don't get me wrong, I like Clyde. Good morning, Lenora Seal. And right. Max, they're right. Judy does not want to discuss that budget. She was trying to discourage and cause a scene. She was. How you going to tell somebody We are at hold up, abundant faith with the $2 super chat. Thank you for tapping in and good morning. How you gonna have an attitude? That's what I'm saying. They should have checked Clyde. They be sitting up here playing. How Clyde get up there say, "Oh, we gonna leave." Leave then. Like you think like don't play me and say you gonna leave. I would leave.
Right.
Leave.
Holla.
Leave. Because it wasn't a lot of people wasn't even there that could answer questions anyway.
Wow.
Clyde never Ed never showed. Ed was gone. Ed wasn't messing with him.
Yeah, if that man don't know what he doing, that's on y'all. Y'all sending the CFO up there who don't know.
Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Every morning we go through this. We almost at 300, and we need to get at
Good
least
morning, Mark
150
Hutchinson.
likes. 150 likes.
And I do agree with Mike. What Mark said. Handwriting the title on the official budget documents is funny, but it really ain't funny. It shows the administration is not serious at all. It's a real problem.
Correct.
A real problem.
Serious.
Real problem.
Serious problem.
And I do like what Gloria said. Keep it at 4-4 in passing until August. Period. Nothing but scams and embezzlement. It all needs to stop. That's how you stop them right now. And far as Judy, his people. I'm gonna say this. His people. It said, and she's allegedly helping another city with their budget. Facts.
Oh.
Remember when Judy was talking? Said another city. What they was asking them, and Don Dennis had to check her. And he didn't check her. He just enlightened her.
She must be helping Farmville, that little game.
Yeah, man, but it's the games that they playing right there. You think Mays would have let what's the name, Clyde, come down there and talk crazy? You can't answer these questions. We're not gonna let you. They feel like the CFO was getting talked to because you don't know nothing.
Now we know half of this stuff wouldn't be going on if Mays was there.
I know if you on there, Clyde, tell you, Mr. Davis, oh, I'm finna go because you can't talk. Because they asking him a question he can't answer.
Mickey, we're in a world of trouble, man. Y'all, I don't think people understand the magnitude of what's going on. It's going to take a forensic audit to come. And some folks going to jail. Charlie Duff spoke on it a little bit last night, but some people finna go to jail.
Facts.
They misused all of the funds. The residents had nothing to gain since the administration and this council been seated. Ain't seen now dime.
Now, do you think, like, when they talk about, like, the council is going to jail because they are a council to hold, do you think the judge going to get up there and the jury is going to say, well, we ain't going to hold this for accountable because y'all the good folk, and then we gonna send these folk to jail? Ain't all of them going?
When we went to federal court on that water deal, the first day I got elected, me and Mays rode together down on Lafayette. And that was for... We had to do that deal everybody crying about. It was a bad deal and we had to sign on. The law department and all of the whole team of the law department, people I never seen in City of Flint, was at, it was I forgot the judge's name, but it was on Lafayette. Federal court, federal judge. And everybody up there, first he called up the law department. He asked them, did they bring their toothbrush? Because ain't nobody going to leave here today unless the federal judge got what he wanted, and that was going to be a master over Flint if we hadn't complied.
Right.
Long story short, Winters, when the feds come in, it ain't going to be no 4-4. It's going to be, are you a city council member?
There you go.
I don't care how you want to divide it up with this little stuff they got going, but your head going to roll.
Right.
And everything, mayors now in other cities are starting to go to penitentiary.
Yep.
Flint shall be the same.
Yep.
It's serious when you sign and do an oath of office to uphold that office and responsibility. This is a self-governing body, and these folks taking it lightly. You know, every vote means something because you voting somebody's livelihood,
right.
And they don't think it's serious. The money is gone now. They're going to have to answer and forensically answer every dime that's been spent and how you appropriate federal dollars.
Oh, I got something. Before I get to this, while you on that, Mickey, you know you don't have to cut me off because sometimes I get to talking and you just gonna have to cut me off because I may be talking too much. But listen, I wasn't here last week to talk to you about the election and the outcome of the election and everything. We know how that went.
Okay.
But now we're hearing that it's a recount. scheduled for what is it,
Yes.
the 22nd or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Now I got questions.
Good.
So can you go in there and watch them like put the power? I mean, it's only 500 votes. Like, can you go in there and actually watch them like Biggs, AC, and LaShawn? And then this shit that the mayor want to do, like, if you drew an arrow towards the name, you might not have knew how to draw a circle. So we need to count that too. If they drew a circle around the name and colored the whole name in, that should be counted.
This is where we dropped the ball. When Trump got into the elections, people don't know. You don't run. You better educate yourself what's going on. First of all, to do election, it should be always somebody to have oversight over the election in the chats and when the votes come in. It should be Republicans and Democrats. That's where they dropped the ball. Because what happened is they done got so comfortable in Flint, Michigan, I believe, playing around with votes, they kind of do what they want to.
Right.
Because ain't nothing going to happen.
And Trevor, I know it's a machine they get fed through, right? That's
Yes.
the ones that marks the spoiled votes. But
And that's what make it spoiled. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You don't bring that vote back.
well, word on the street, the mayor want them to count them with their hands, cause it may not have picked up the circle
That's
that
when
was colored in.
Are you serious?
What?
No, it don't work like that. I don't think I would touch that because, see, that's federal. You don't play with votes.
But then the board of canvassers are the ones that get to decide.
That's correct.
If
That's correct.
it go through. And you know, I got love for people on the board of canvassers.
You do?
I'm just saying
Come
that.
on. Whoa. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying that some of the affiliation on the board of canvassers might be a little conflicting of interest to me.
I think
can
Flint. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna ask you, can you expound on that? What you mean?
Well, if it's the same board of canvassers that we seen the last time, so we got Michelle Ryder. I don't know where I know that name from. But we got Michelle Ryder as a Democrat, and the other person is Sharon Reeves. And Sharon Reeves, we know, works with Cynthia Neely in Lansing. That is her best
So who is the
fucking friend.
Republicans that's counting?
I don't know who
Every
the other two
ward got
Republican is.
Republicans and Democrats.
They got 4 people on the board of canvassers.
And then the council's supposed to be nonpartisan.
They got 4 people on the board of canvassers.
Wow. I tell you what, this community is relaxed. That's what Jed be talking about when the way they arrested him and the way they rudely do everything, because it's ties to the governor. It's ties to the attorney general. It's tied to all of the upper state legislators.
Right.
And it should not be, so they comfortable. But the problem they ain't factoring in, Trump ain't playing games with nobody. Because why? He got elections in offices that they want to fill. And
Right.
if they see they done flip Michigan red, and all of a sudden you got these folks rudely doing what they want to and not fairly doing the votes. Oh, like he going, one day voting and all this other stuff. It ain't gonna be like it was. But I would highly advise, from the mayor on back, don't play with them votes. Don't play with them, because somebody going to penitentiary. And it's going to be where Gretchen Whitmire, see, they comfortable because they think Gretchen Whitmire, Chris Martin and all of them, they comfortable with what's going on with all this rudeness and Flint. And everybody suffering ain't seen a dime.
Right.
You're going to have to give account for that. And that's what's going on. They totally out of order, Winters. And they ain't scared of nobody. They got the governor. And Dana Nelson now.
You're right. And I think it's crazy. I think everything that they doing down there is raising eyebrows to a lot of people. It's not, in my opinion, it's not so much that casket that Jed did. It's the stuff that Jed is doing.
Correct.
Jed is waking people up.
Correct.
Jed is bringing light to stuff that, we got a lot of fights in Flint. And if I'm fighting this today and this one tomorrow and this today, I'm going to lose by Friday. I'm going to forget what the hell you was fighting for Monday.
Correct.
And we got people that distract us like that. And Jed is just hammering in on City Hall. Boom, boom, boom.
See, he can do it.
boom.
He's not here.
Right.
But that voter intimidation is so strong and live in Flint, it's unreal.
Right.
Intimidation is real in Flint, Michigan.
So I have some questions for you, former council person. former councilman. So the city's year goes from July 1st to January 30. The fiscal year?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's the same as Hurley.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so with July 1st, it starts July 1st, 2025, and then it ends June 30th, 2026. And that would be the fiscal year 26 budget. So right now we are in fiscal year 2025.
Yep.
So when I'm looking over this little sheet that they passed out to us last night, and I just had a couple of questions down here. Because up here at the top are headers, I don't, 22, 23,
Right.
24, I don't care about none of that.
Right.
Now, the 2025 budget, that is how much money you told me that you needed for this particular
That's correct.
line item.
That's correct.
And when we get to, because I've done a few budgets, I'm just not all beautiful. I got some brains.
Oh, I
They
know
let you handle the
popping
budget.
What? And so
I know you didn't set them a good deal.
the fiscal year, actual year to date, is what they've used so far.
Okay.
So when I get down here to, let's just pick something simple. Like administrator total, for example. They budgeted $361,832, right?
Okay.
Year to date,
Okay.
1.374 million.
And what part of money they got it drawing from?
I don't know.
It's got to be solvent. It ain't.
don't know.
It's got to be where it balances. That's how you balance it. You got your general fund, your water fund. You got to know what part of money that's there to make sure the city is standard. And then the retirement, I already know it's a deficit there.
This is why I got questions and I'm confused and I need to talk about this, because I know if I would have budgeted for something for $361,000 in medical records, they probably wouldn't have let me get to $400,000 before I'm sitting in the CEO's office or in front of
correct.
the real CFO at Hurley. So I don't understand how in the hell they got way past $1 million, 1.3 on this one. Another example, they budgeted city clerk elections total. And if I'm reading it wrong, somebody explain it to me.
Hold that right there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sean Sims. But I'm looking at what Gloria said. How come we never had a detailed breakdown of the mayor's office $2 million annual budget? This broke ass town, and they give that man $2 million a year to blow.
Correct.
And didn't they say last night? They didn't even telling us like where it's going. Like $2 million. Here you go.
And now all the opera funds gone, and the water money they done blew through. Now you're on your own. We in trouble. And guess who's gonna carry the brunt of all that load? The residents that's already strapped in on fixed income.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really crazy when you look at it. They even have a line item on here, and I'm not sure what this means, but it says golf. So in 22, they spent $4,500 on golf. In 23, it was $10,000. In 24, it was $12,000. They left it blank this year. They didn't budget anything for golf, but they've already spent $11,000 year to date. Are we reading that right?
You're reading it right.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm reading it right.
Unbelievable.
That's gonna get a forensic audit.
Even the blight removal total. Now, all of them people, he done gave money for blight all over the city of Flint. They budgeted at $691,257, and actual year to date is over $2.5 million.
Unbelievable.
Now, you let me walk into any board. I went over $25,000, and we was putting in new software for the positions out there at Hurley throughout the whole medical center. And I had to come in and explain to the CEO and senior leadership why we was over $25,000.
When Weaver was mayor with Newsom there, that's how we went over the same way you're explaining that was at Hurley. We didn't have no stuff. I need the CEO up here. I don't want to talk to no Judy Priestley, Kate Fields. Where's the CEO?
And that's what they told me.
And Newsom would bring his laptop, and they had to answer every question we had.
Had to have it done. I had to have a PowerPoint presentation to present to them.
Right. With bullets. That's how it go. They playing. This ain't no. I don't know how they doing governance like this. I ain't never seen it.
They even had the board. If I'm not mistaken, Chris Flores, one of the board members, was in there too. They was asking questions about every single
Every
penny.
detail.
But Judy had a problem with them. We asked this in the budget. Like I say, that then went to their head. But see what it is like right now, nothing getting passed because you already. If they passed that budget, this really showed that with them when the mayor had his 5 and 6 votes, this is really showing that they had no what they call it checks and balances, because there's no way you can come and say and excuse what's going on right here.
Right,
See
Trevor, can you pull up online yourself and see if they got a detailed line item budget on there? I'm sorry, Mick.
No problem. It's just like when did you see how the CFO was study looking over at Clyde and them?
Child, he didn't know what was going
and they
on.
said, and that should be a shame.
Let me tell you this though. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It says general fund. So in other words, this come out the pot of money is supposed to be general fund. But show me the water fund. Show me the other pots.
I can show you this pot back here that ain't making no sense
That's
to me.
correct.
This ARPA pot they put back here.
That was a one time from the government, the feds.
Now look what they got for ARPA.
No.
He said no.
It don't work like that. I ain't never seen budgets like that.
I ain't never seen a budget, and I've been doing budgets for years. If you think I'm gonna walk up into my VP's office and say, "Here go my budget," which we don't even present it on paper.
Retirees? What are funds for them?
They got pension in here, but it's.
But not under opera.
Nope, they don't have it in there.
Opera is one time money. Them funds is gone.
And then and where's the thing? Yeah, like I did, like what JWC said. How much because just say he not the mayor in 26, right?
Correct.
But his name gonna still be on them garbage cans.
Correct.
Like,
And did we hear last night something they got shirts or something that the city workers is wearing shirts with his name on it now?
Is that in the budget?
They gotta be if they had to get new shirts.
Yeah, who approved that in the budget? Even with the garbage can.
This is ridiculous. And it's like the citizens ought to be at an outrage just because this is actually playing in your face.
Definitely.
They budgeted, and where does the money go, Maurice? So cannabis compliance total, they budgeted $171,165 year to date. It's $516,496. Where does that money go?
Lance get most of the cannabis money.
But why the hell is it on our budget?
I can't tell you. And then what pot of money do it go into? And then they got to pay licensing every year, $250 and Lance and
Nancy. Not to cut you off, Maurice. Nancy said her husband works at the city. His name ain't on the T-shirt.
He ain't got it yet, Nancy. It's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
He ain't brought it home yet, Nancy. Oh, thanks, Trevor. They said he's pulling a Tiffany Henyard. Well, they gonna pull a Tiffany Henyard on him. I think they just letting him just bury himself, man. He just gonna
Trump
bury
ain't
himself.
the one to be playing with like that. Republicans know how to count money. And this city is in bad shape. We've already been man-made poison. Now we're gonna be man-made evacuated, and that ain't good. That's not good. That's not good. And people don't even know what's gonna hit them.
Nope.
It's sad though that like how it's coming. That's the sad thing about it.
Well, and then the people get out and they just, like what's the lady that left? Emily Dewar.
Mm-hmm.
She left. She's on the DDA board. They haven't announced what position she's going to get, but I did receive that she was one of the recipients that received a pocket of money from the chamber yesterday.
I bet she did.
Yeah.
I used to get into it with Suzanne Wilcox all the time because I seen this stuff coming. They do whatever they want to. They spot zone. They do anything they choose to do. And we get nothing.
Nothing. We don't get a
Our
damn
job
thing.
is, and to be on a board, I don't care if it's the Ethics Accountability, Historic District, whatever board you're on, even if you're on Economic Development, Your job is to vote yes to whatever they're trying to move forward.
Right.
The minute you don't, I remember Gina Lester and all those. She was on the Economic Development Board at one time. Your job is yes and amen. But not oppose nothing. Yes and amen. And get on out of there.
Maurice, they got this man coming down now. I never heard of him before in my life, Pastor Hicks or somebody.
Okay, Pastor Hicks.
You know him?
Yeah.
I don't know him, but he bought a whole bunch of little boys down there yesterday for the Boy Scouts or the boys something. And I have no problem with his program. And I'm sure Dennis and none of the other white people up there, I ain't speaking for Judy, they ain't got no problem with the program either. It's like Miss Gladys said, it's the principle.
Correct.
Where's the applications at? Well, how did this man get a chance to come in after the 12th hour and write up that he needed some money? Like, who you related to? ATN needs some. Why we can't go down there and pull in no application? Where are all of these late ass application and these people running through this door getting this money coming from because you wasn't in that stack? I mean, how many people out of that stack that Mays was carrying around actually got some money?
Winters, that wasn't Pastor Hicks. That was with the boys. That was a total different thing.
That was a total different damn person.
Yes, yeah.
Pastor so you Hicks mean to tell me we got two damn people that's getting money that we don't know which process they went through? Oh, well, I felt better when I thought it was Pastor Hicks that was with the little boys. No. So we got this new man that's asking for some money, which probably got a great program, but we don't know where he came from. And then the last meeting I was at, then Pastor Hicks was asking for some money too. So that's two people in 1 week that then came up asking for some ARPA money, and we didn't even know the applications were available. Or is it just me that's upset? Let me know.
I'm just trying to be a little calmer.
I'm like, shit, let's get crunk.
Liddell Lewis, no. If she on here, they have her to type the answer. She know what I'm talking about.
That's the point that I'm trying to. That's the point. It's like when you see it, they picking and choosing. They're just like, now, when you came on here and said emotion is always in order.
Yes.
We found out it wasn't in order. Now we found out it is in order.
We knew it because was that's how.
But that's because that's how Pastor Hicks them and I guess the gentleman that came up there with the kids, they trying to come because emotion is always in order.
You know how you know emotion is always in order? Because every meeting, you know what they do? I like to make a motion to adjourn.
Wrong always get wrong at the beginning. You can't fix it. That council should never be having a meeting unless they actually had a new vice president and a chair.
There you go.
Or elect the same one again.
Facts.
So from that point on, it's always going to be wrong. If I'm going the wrong way to Mississippi, I can't go north to get to Mississippi. I got to go south. I got to turn around.
Right.
That's what's happening to us. And now you got all, like you said, Winters, Civic Park. They had a cleanup in Civic Park with Liddell Lewis. I seen on the shelf. I can show you my phone this week.
Oh, that litter bug shit they doing.
$200,000. I know somebody got. I ain't saying no name because I know too much and I don't want to hurt nothing. But truth is truth. To clean up Civic Park, which is personal to Pastor Sherman McCaffrey on Dayton Street for their apple orchard. And what's moving forward is they getting all of this money. They doing a money grab. Once it's gone, they straight. But now I found out this sitting here this morning. I was looking through these papers. I'll tell you about them in a minute.
Yeah.
When you hear them folks say blight elimination and demos, blight elimination, they left out the last part, the pronoun of blight is blighted areas, blighted neighborhood eliminations. Think about what I just said. All of you look in Judy's ward, I can show you it's beautiful. Because they're gonna eliminate it, the blight, they saying, but blighted areas. The poor folks coming up out of there. And it's gonna be gorgeous. They got the picture. Over here where we sitting over here in Flint Township, borderline of what's that, Ballinger? Over here gonna be beautiful. But the cost of living gonna skyrocket. That's why the houses precede assessing higher taxes because they know what direction they're going in.
You can't tell me Northern. That's gonna be some beautiful condos.
It's beautiful. Over there. It's written. It's already done. I'm tired of talking because people tend to not listen.
They don't listen.
They might listen to Jedediah, but they don't know when you do the work. They didn't respect Mays till Mays was gone. He was a crackhead. You ain't gonna blow that smoke at me, and I sit beside the man for 4 years.
Right.
He wasn't nothing but a drunk crackhead and play Keno in the streets.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
But now that he landed in gravy, the greatest thing because ignorance, jealousy is what's running rampant in Flint and all over the nation. We black folks is cursed with jealousy. And if they don't wake up, they're gonna be laying in the grave shortly.
Right.
That coffin will be for Flint shortly, unless they start listening. Because God always give you a warning, and it's up to you to listen and heed it. This is a warning. What Jedediah doing is a purpose, because you ain't gonna be here. You ain't gonna afford to be here.
Right.
No, not you right about that.
I ain't gonna jump ship or get in this, but these here is documents of every side of Flint, Michigan, and nobody looking at me know nothing about it. And black folks what gave this away. Your whole neighborhood. Where they did you seen the homes, Brownell?
Every time we walk into the city hall, they on a little swirler thing.
I kept saying, you seen the North Flint reinvestment.
Yes.
Ain't that multi-million dollars inside of that neighborhood over there on Canterbury and all of that? That makes your neighborhood is tax assessed quadruple. But you only go up 5% a year. But right now, your house average, and I'm gonna shut up, is about 30 to 40,000 if it's a nice house. But now if they assess it at 100,000, 150,000 at 5%, that's a lot more money. But every year is the limit they could assess higher taxes. So by the time they're ready to move forward with these, you're gonna be taxed out of there because everybody over there they studied. I was joking. These is median incomes and studies, ladies and gentlemen.
When y'all go in the city hall, come down there for the meetings.
Yes.
Pick up one of these papers. It's right over there by the service desk on this little stand. We pass them all the time. We see them all the time, and we probably think that it's all the same paper, but it's for different parts of Flint.
Winters.
I know exactly
What
it
that say
talk
right
about.
there with your eyes?
Hold on now. Let me see. Let me focus.
Here
Hold
we
on.
go,
hold
Ray.
on. Corridor redevelopment,
Corridor,
Pearson
yep.
Road and Clio Road. Where the hell is this at?
Pearson Road and Cloud.
This picture.
What that say once? That's how it looked.
That
now.
was before, and this is after.
They got our
God
planned
damn.
demise. People don't listen, Winters.
Look at the people out there walking up.
Look,
This
property
look like
owners.
across the street from the Little Caesars Arena downtown in
I
Detroit.
keep telling you when you look at the pictures. I remember
That's
seeing.
why I tell people I ain't playing
Oh,
games.
hell no. I got to post this on Reboot.
I've been see, but y'all don't be
You can
wanna.
post it after we get through. Winters,
Yeah, I'm going to
knowledge-
take pictures of this.
Did
After
you-
don't let me forget to take them pictures.
Go watch go ride by
Please don't let
Burston
me
and go
forget
look
to
at
take
the
them
pictures.
pictures.
Go look at the pictures on Burston and tell me do
All
that
the
look
Flint-
like
We
that area?
talked about that.
When is your income gonna come up to that status? We didn't get a dime to help rehab a house, so they know it's all topped out. Glenn over the Community First said, Davis, we ain't putting no money in that old housing stock, so you're gonna move into what? Apartment.
Facts.
Affordable houses. And it's gonna look beautiful. We are left out. And you got people on council know nothing about this stuff.
I saw when they show how with the Devil Lake for people who not
Correct.
from here they say Selby Hood, but it was over there with Devil
What-
Lake sat.
And Mick,
Yeah.
this is just one. This is Ballinger
I'm tripping.
Highway. This is what's that? Judy Priestley's East Side Franklin Park Neighborhood Association. This is Meade Civic Park. That they don't care nothing about poor folks.
No,
We done.
if you go look, I remember this when I was, was recording down there Black Lives Matter. I remember it was about I want to say 2020 when they showed how Devil's Lake gonna look. Man, it had boats and everything.
Beautiful, like Lake
big,
Fenton.
yeah. Look, it
Lake
had big
Fenton.
houses and everything. Mansions was over there.
Yep, they're gonna kayak.
And I said, hold up.
State Park.
You right, I'm riding through it. You go through it now. You like these,
Like,
like
look,
these not
right.
finna be the houses that's over there. That's when I was looking at. And I remember saying that years ago. Like, listen, y'all go look at that Burston, the picture of Burston, and you go look at all them trees and them big houses. They don't look like them trees and houses is over there right now.
No, they don't.
And I'm like, oh, you can see they finna build it up.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge is power. And my people will, according to scripture, be destroyed for the lack of accurate knowledge.
Right. That's why I'm glad we get together every morning and we talk this stuff out. Cause I don't know everything. Mick don't know everything. You don't know
Sure, no.
everything. Nobody knows
No,
everything.
we don't.
But when we get together, baby, we are powerful on here. So shouts out to you, all the bumpers.
I just wish people learn to listen to y'all because you're telling the truth. It's real. It's real. It's real.
Oh, this what Kawana just said. Let me read this for y'all in the chat. She said, "City clerk is asking people for their signatures, not just for your printing name. Isn't that against our rights?"
Signatures.
Why they need signatures for?
Signatures.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
on them slips, like you signing that you agree to that stuff.
That's different.
I don't know. They've been asking for so much stuff, like that one meeting. You're gonna have to leave if you don't put your name on this clipboard.
When that started?
When Tommy was flying around with that damn clipboard.
Oh, at the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's censorship.
Yeah, because I shouldn't have signed it. They coerced me into signing my name and Winter's name.
And told you don't sign my damn name.
Yeah.
That's against the law.
Yeah, and Tommy did that. I'm gonna say that right now, Tommy.
Mickey gonna blame somebody else.
Nah, because I can't blame you, Ed. That was Tommy. But if you did do, but Ed did say, when in doubt, blame Ed. Neither got to get his people together
You
over
couldn't
there.
blame Ed yesterday. Ed took his ass home before that
Sure
budget
did.
hearing mess yesterday.
Wouldn't you?
Yep.
When you seen how Clyde had to jump up when he told my man was looking at Clyde like, "You not gonna help me?"
But you know what pissed me off when he got up there? He was talking about Clyde said y'all gotta quit being disrespectful. Cause the man didn't know nothing, and people was like, like you're an idiot, but they wasn't really saying you. Well, kinda, but they wasn't saying it to his face. And then Candace gonna say he's talking to the audience. Like we ain't sitting up there. Why crazy is you, Candace? Clyde talking to y'all.
Yeah.
Nah, she blamed us. She blamed the audience.
Blamed the audience for this man not knowing what the hell.
She's overbearing.
She
What's wrong with that woman?
Crazy.
Now, did you get to see Judy? I'm the chair, so I can do what I want to do. Man,
she had
listen.
a breakdown.
I thought she was just as bad as was it at the ENA board when ENA board member said the charter is irrelevant. And this basically what her saying, I'm the chair, I could do what I want to do. Judy was taking the floor as a chair to get her point across. Like it was so,
and kept going with it.
Yeah.
They was like, that is not a point of information. She was like, I'm gonna keep talking. Like,
I'm the chair. Said, I'm the chair, I could do what I want to do. These are the type of people that is in positions in Flint.
Wow.
I'm trying to and then I feel Miss Gladys when she said, why is the ombudsman budget in there and we don't have an ombudsman?
That's
where did the
correct.
money go?
Yeah, but from what I was seeing, some people in the chat say they used the ombudsman budget.
On who?
But did you see they threw the Mays Senior Center over there too? Who paying for that? Because they didn't get no money from the county.
Right.
Listen, I believe that was Jerry was like, who's running this center? It
That's
was either
right.
Jerry or Dennis, and they was like, Miss Wiggins. They was like, who approved her budget? Like we
That's
didn't
right.
approve none of that. It's still open. And then it was another center. What was the other center, Mickey? They was asking about. And they was like, who run that? They was like, Miss Wiggins. Like, damn, what all do she run?
Hold up, Miss Eunice came in and stepped in.
What Miss
one
Eunice
time.
say? What Miss
She
Eunice
said,
say?
okay, y'all, truth time. She said Gladys was sitting next to Moore. She was talking and making hand gestures. That's then Clyde jumped up. He was sitting behind her. Because she was checking Clyde too. She said, Clyde, I'm just going through the papers and don't have no information. I was like, wow.
Miss Gladys, we said every damn thing.
The McKinley Center, that's what it was.
Okay,
Wow.
the McKinley Center. They was like, yep, she run that over there too. I'm like, damn, she running every damn thing.
Oh, they using that, probably why he funded using that $75,000 that he allegedly that he don't have to report. Because remember, he's still funding the center on Clio Road. And they actually wouldn't come to council. Now he gotta come to council to get the money. I wouldn't give up no money because it was ran illegally. I didn't tell you that when we voted to shut it down, it should have been shut down.
Well, why wasn't the ambassadors there at the meeting yesterday?
Well, you made one so hot that probably because they've been breaking all type of rules. To be honest
I
with
don't
you.
think I made her angry. I was just asking questions.
But you asking the right questions, and they know that. That's what I'm saying. How you feel about that, Mr. Davis?
What's that?
An
Ambassador.
award ambassador.
Ain't no such thing.
That's what I was telling her. Like,
Well, how would you feel if you had a person on the ENA board letting award ambassador, letting one of their members be award ambassador of a move that's fictitious, that came out of, I can make up say you award ambassador 810 and it's not it's not in the charter. How would you feel if you was on the ENA board and you seen a member doing that?
Well, Mickey, this is so corrupt. I done been on so many of them boards. Like Joe King, like I said, I put him on that board. But I'm gonna tell you something.
and he ready to get off too.
Oh yeah, he ready. He fed up. Joe
Yeah.
tired of it.
Yeah.
But all of this stuff is clicks. Everybody, every time, and that's what I fear for somebody that never been on council. You really don't know how clicked it is until you get on there or get behind the scenes and I woo you in.
Right.
And I got
understand.
my click down here and you come on and join us and don't be a part of this dysfunction.
Right.
We're going to move in a certain direction, but you realize, okay, I want to keep this little old chump change they're giving me because that's what it become the focus. You making money. And that's what, what's that, Liddell and all of them. They done got caught up into the money and the politics of which team they on.
Right.
But, y'all, at the end of the day, of all of this money that came, nobody got a dime. At the end of the day, I wish the residents could wrap their mind around. Cost of living constantly going up. You ain't gonna be able to afford. They already done figured out income. If you're gonna need at least $150,000 to $200,000 taxable income to sustain yourself in Flint. That's scary.
Yeah. very
Because
true.
they're removing all of the blight. You ain't able to keep your house even if your taxes pay because they're going to condemn you out. We're in trouble. But with that ambassador deal, no. It should not even be functioning as a council body right now.
I know.
See, it's hard for me to even talk about something that's illegal begat more illegal.
And that was my only question. If you're on the ENA board and you guys are actively suing the council right now for a charter violation, and you are a walking charter violation because you're not even in the charter.
No. Be honest. What was said? The charter is irrelevant.
Well, that's what she said. That's what she told
And
me.
this is ENA
That's what she
board
told me.
member.
That's what she
you
told me.
guys-
She, everybody break the charter rules all the time. But
Yeah.
but listen, she was more upset because she thinking we talking about her.
And we
Well, you
talking
are an ambassador,
ambassador.
so yes, we are talking about you, but not in a personal way.
We talking about how you gonna be an ambassador. You on ENA board. You supposed to be ethics and accountability.
But you know what, though, to be honest, y'all? At this time, we need to focus on the fix. People always talking about preaching on the problem. What Jedediah doing is a second go around of like when the water happened or when certain injustices happen here. He bringing light to it. What's his name? Charlie Duff bringing light to it, and they see it, and they say, "Wait a minute, I heard Jedediah say I ain't never seen this kind of stuff. What happened to me without warrants?" And they do whatever. It's just lawless.
The
here.
next day, right? And
But
they do what
that's
they
the-
want to do.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we speaking on it, because look at the people that's in these positions.
That's right.
They're allowing the lawlessness to go on.
Right.
Like when I hear people say, we got to go down there to the governor. Where you think the governor getting the help from?
Governor,
If you don't clean your house out with the crooks in here, the governor wouldn't have a reach to come down here to be dealing with
Mickey,
crooks.
Mickey, the crooks put the governor in the chair.
Oh my goodness.
Now, anybody care to say I'm lying? 810-221-9342. That's straight to me.
Give it out his damn number.
People losing everything. They know this city can't sustain. The money gone. So guess what? It's on the back of the 80,000 people now on fixed income. Your Social Security ain't going up. So
Sure
you
not.
out of here. You out of here. People now, a girl told me yesterday, they cutting off Medicaid and stuff. She don't have money to pay, if you don't be able to buy your prescriptions.
Yeah.
You just won't get your medicine.
Yeah, and that's what they doing.
That's scary.
Yeah, they won't even call in your prescription. if
People
you don't
really
have
going
insurance.
homeless now.
Yeah.
without nowhere to live.
Yeah.
Living in cars, sleeping in cars. I see them every day.
But the government sent all this money here to help us.
And they blew through it because the wrong people sitting there. Elections coming again in 2026. You got Beverly Biggs. We got to get that lady in that chair.
And Dennis Pfeiffer said he was correcting, I believe, Miss Gladys last night. I believe he was correcting Miss Gladys. He said, no, we got 1,400 nonprofits here in Flint. Didn't he say 1,000? Did he say 14,000 or did he say 1,400?
Well, if they getting
But it
all
was a
$100 and
bunch.
some $1,000 each, that's a lot of money. Repetitiously. And then a new nonprofit can't qualify
Nope.
because you got to build credibility. So you have to have a fiduciary.
Yep.
I
Yep.
could scream, man. I could scream.
Okay, 1,400. Yep. And then he said we still don't have a crime plan. We still don't have an opioid plan. Tanya said that too.
And most importantly, we're going to have a sustainability plan
Oh, definitely that.
for the residents.
Nope.
And that's where I'm stuck on there. Crime going to happen. Poverty going to breed crime. It
Everywhere.
ain't going nowhere if I'm broke and
Right.
hungry. I'm going to rob somebody.
Right.
I got to eat. I got to pay my bills. Best way I'm going to sell dope. I'm going to do whatever I can.
No amount of cops is gonna stop
Man,
crime. You can't
A
stop.
cop only respond to the crime.
There you go.
How they going to come in between me and you right now? We get the
and you got to
Can't stop.
understand that who you think the cops gonna protect. They're gonna protect the wealthy first. So white people like acting like they don't see what's going on. They gonna protect the wealthy first. Let me just get that out there. But this is when you have these bottom feeders that's
right.
running around. Barnell Nettles, good morning. Thanks for tapping in from Louisiana. But when you got people in here, that's why I be so frustrated when you see all the BS that's going on. Like, are you serious, Candace? Like, you sitting up here, you don't care that people they turning their water on and it stink? People begging y'all. Look, I done tow up, well, I didn't. I bust one tire on my own and the other one tow up the wheel bearing on her own, hitting these potholes in Flint. The street messed up on the Mayor Street. When you ride up on the street, there's a hell of a big hole over there. He don't see nothing wrong. How can he even ride out his driveway and you pull up the street
Right.
and see this street is bad? How even in that area, that's a high crime rate area over there. How can you even be over there and you know what I'm saying? And you had a dude who basement been leaking, been flooding for 11 years.
Right.
Well, you get frustrated. You really get frustrated.
And I'm with Michelle Mayer. Like you said, the Biden administration opened up enough programs and money to solve all the Flint problems. Neely has been such a bad leader that all the residents are vulnerable and exposed. And I like what somebody told me. We looking at right now, you know how we like really waiting to see who gonna die from this poison
that's
water.
All they doing.
We don't
That's
know
all
who.
they
We got
doing.
people popping up. Might be other people come down the road, find out they got cancer.
Then you gonna want to march. Then
You
you gonna want somebody to do something. Then when they knock on your door.
Well, what happened is they done shrunk the city. The poor don't matter no more. I'm just saying what God love. That's the truth.
They don't even focus on the poor no
No,
more. If you look
no.
at it, they don't
That's
care.
exactly right, Winters.
They don't care.
Notice how they disrespect you,
Right.
condescending when they talk to you.
Yes.
They don't talk to you proper. They don't talk to y'all, treat y'all like ABC or Channel 5 media.
Oh,
you don't get the
hey.
same treatment.
get dissed. Oh,
Like when-
Maxter, 10:30.
Yeah, but like when Tanya went up there with Jedediah on 75.
Oh, disrespect.
They disrespected her all kinds of ways.
The police disrespect.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that video.
The
yet.
police was disrespect. And then you said, oh, and she wanted to cuss out the police. Yeah, you cuss out some people when you frustrated. When you trying to see what they missed, will Adele them, the police don't want to be cussed out. Oh, they don't want to be cussed out. Because I've been watching a lot of these videos that people been putting on TikTok. The police are disrespectful as hell.
And look how they disrespected Jedediah. May I see
Disrespectful
your
as
badge
hell.
number? Get out the car. Step over him or whatever. Do you want to make it easy or hard? Man, come on now.
Yeah, and then get mad. And that's why Jason, we the people, when he came there, told him, you can't weaponize the police on the people.
Sure
And them, and to me, when is they gonna stand up and say, I'm not throwing nobody out because you just want them to be threw out? I'm telling
The
you,
police know it's wrong.
Miss Biggs get in that seat and they had a 5. Don't you know they're gonna want to change them rules? The ones who created the rules don't want them rules on them. Now how Judy is, I could take your time away from you because I'm the chair. Wait till they got to give up that chairmanship and let's see how they handle it.
But why Miss Gladys say yesterday, why you now got a FOIA to list the foreclosed homes in the county? When you used to be able to get it out, they want you to FOIA it now.
That used to come to anybody that wanted.
That's what she
It was
said.
on the clerk's desk.
And now check this out.
That's what she said. She said, but they told her she need a FOIA.
Did you see this right here from official First Lady at Carol Kincaid? Candace has a 501c3 in the center on MLK in Old Bunch School. The 501c3 is a water testing lab. Uncertain house sweeping their reach. Unbelievable.
Everybody got one. Did you say the phone lines was open at 10:30?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay.
Because Maxa said she wanted to call in.
Let me run to the bathroom real quick. Before I go, y'all can talk about this. I thought of JWC. She is still stuck on this street light assessment. She was like, we didn't pay for this already. Wasn't you on council when that shit passed?
Yes.
She said, why are y'all coming back with us again with these street lights assessment? And then she said, what about the blocks without lights? She said, we got blocks that don't even have no lights.
North End is dark.
And she said, and then you want to fight blight? Get us some lights. What's your take on that? Okay, let me go back.
You're absolutely right.
It's crazy.
I tell you,
Crazy.
Mickey, you have to just, I don't know how to shake people because people done got burnt out. And now they got health conditions and challenges. It's a hard fight.
I was talking to a brother when I was down at the Oak Business, and like I said, I got there before a lot of even Joe King. And man, the brother was sitting outside talking. He was like, "Man, Mickey, you don't know how many people got these health what's the name? It's just certain ones ain't popped up yet on them." You know, he like, man, we sitting here, they watching us die off. They don't want to pay. 11 years into this madness. You know what I'm saying? 11 years. And we sitting up here like this individual was saying he didn't have no respect for none of the council members up there. Sherry Allen, good morning. He was just like, like how we being treated here. He called it a plantation here. This what this brother called it, a plantation here. He said, we going for anything.
Yeah, but we keep sorry, weak traditions going that we need to leave behind. Every month they got holidays to spend money, nothing to help you get ahead. And you spending money you don't have to spend. Mickey, we just in a bad place. And we elect these folks that they benefiting off our demise.
Right.
And the kids is totally left behind.
Mm-hmm.
No jobs, no future, and we think it's all right. And one day they gonna have kids, and now that's when it's over with.
And it's crazy, and it's like it's like, man, trying to sit up here and talk to people. Like I said, I was talking to people when they big thing with a casket. Can't bang no past casket to my house because I would have did this.
Right,
so y'all was gonna kill innocent man that was protesting. You want to crash out on that. But like I said, y'all didn't crash out on Zimmerman for, you know what I'm saying, what happened to, you know what I'm saying, when he killed that brother down in Travion Martin. Y'all ain't crash out for Tamir Rice. But you see how we can crash out on each other? But y'all don't want to do the real crashing out. Y'all ain't came right back. They ain't mad about the water not being fixed. They ain't mad about people dying from cancer. When they telling you going from stage 1 to stage 4. And it's like, it's supposed to be all right. You're not mad about the state rep not speaking up, but you go into the paper and say this. This man, Jed, was asked to come here. Was asked.
But jealousy rears its ugly head. In this town, it's infested with jealousy. Everybody, even dire as our needs is here, if it ain't certain people involved, they're going to downplay it.
Oh, fact.
And become divided. United, you stand, and we are divided all the way to the death, to the grave. And that's where we are. Because it ain't about me. It's got to be spotlights on certain people. And it offends them when it's not about them. And we just, Wow, man.
No, because I remember watching your shows when you was trying to tell them. They didn't want to listen. When you was sitting, man, go on over there. Go on from over here. We over here being serious. You over here playing. Yeah. No, I'm handling mine. But I'm just saying, these people want to act like Flint is Mulholland Drive or something, Beverly Hills.
It is.
The way they still in here, allegedly.
Some
But I'm just saying, you get these people in these seats, they don't care about Liddell. You know what? Oh, we see Miss Biggs did this. What about Liddell did? Liddell done cussed out a pastor twice. Cussed you out at the school.
Yep.
And she's still able to go up there. Oh, thank you for the school board and the superintendent for that one.
Yep.
Unaccountability. They got people that's working at that Southwestern saying they graduating kids reading at a third grade level, but yet your superintendent down there making $200,000 a year.
They calling already.
We're going to let them in.
You know the snowman was gonna call in. God damn it.
Good morning.
Hey, look, right. Hey, what's going on, Kang? What's going on, Mick?
What
Hey,
it do?
hey.
Man, y'all know the snowman. I try to keep people laughing because we gotta laugh to keep them crying, man.
Right.
Right.
But on a serious note, man, on touching on that cancer, it's a lot of us that got it, man. Like, I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all, man. I'm scared as hell to go get checked for that shit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And it's probably 100,000 other niggas like me in the city. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is crazy, man, that your wallet source could take your life, man. You know what I mean? And the shit in Morrow, and any other city, man, in America, Black City, I don't think they would have stood for that shit, man. I ain't saying go tear the city up. I ain't condone or glorify that shit, but damn, man. We the settlest ass city in the world, man. We settled for bottles of water.
Yep.
We settled for crumb lawsuit. We settled for, they took our ARPA funds. We settled for pothole. Hey, man, it's a pothole. If y'all like, watch y'all ass when y'all on Davidson by that grocery store by the old Angelo's, man. It's a big ass motherfucker. Pothole right there. Take your ass up on it.
It is right
But,
there.
yeah, so watch y'all ass on that. And yeah, man, I'm that cancer shit serious, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of that motherfucker. But and then on another note, when this dude ain't new, that's Corey Moore, Urban Boy Scouts of America, right across from the Regencies, the barbershop over there. That's where he hold class. I taught a class over there for him back in 2001. And when I tell you them boys, they real respectful. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He keep them in line. You know what I'm saying? I even barbecued for him one time because they cleaned up in front of the Regencies and shit. And
That's like us, but like,
program.
and I get that, but like I'm saying, like, I don't have nothing against. I didn't even know him. I don't have nothing against the program. It may be great. Like, you could come up there with a program, and I still would sit here tomorrow. Like, how the hell did he get an application?
Right.
Like, where are they going, or who do they know that they can get in line? Like, let us all get in line is all I'm saying. We all got great programs. It's so many young people we can introduce media to and have them work up here for the summer. Like, we could get in on that. I'm just saying, don't just let a couple people eat. Let everybody eat.
Yeah, y'all can. We all could be. Me, you, and Mickey. We could be consultants, man. You can consult.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of stuff. You can write a grant up to teach the kids how to barbecue. You can teach kids how to be a podcaster.
And
teach
that's
kids
what
how
they're
to
doing.
edit.
We can get business agreements with schools. We can have interns. All of that.
All that. It is nothing but consulting. You know what I'm saying? And, like you say, but where's those stack of applications that Eric was walking around with?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where's that shit at? Because I know my shit was in that stack.
They don't
care. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to cuss y'all, but they don't give a fuck. But man, I'm just saying though. But yeah, that cancer shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. And yeah, my man Corey Moore, Urban Boy, is the proper name is Urban Boy Scouts of America. Actually, he was my first guest on my first podcast. I had him when I started my podcast up at the at Stony Spot on Saginaw Island. He was my first. Him and that punk ass nigga Trill was my first fuck Trill. I
I'll
hope he
be
listen.
laughing about that.
Hey,
You
look.
got me thinking about get your shit out of here, dude.
Hey, look. Yeah, fuck Trill. I hope he listening. Yeah, but yeah, that's a good dude though. But I understand what you're saying. What it's about? It's a lot of people trying to get money, man. What about us?
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
so man, y'all just keep doing what y'all doing. Hey, King, damn, it's something I want to tell you. Oh yeah, King. And you know I ain't lying. Like you be saying, I'm using your word. I was screaming that they was gonna tax our black ass off the north side for the longest. You know I've been screaming that, King.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
I have.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Man, it's horrible, man. And like you say, man, all them homeless people, I'm telling y'all, go downtown, man.
That's
I'm telling
crazy.
y'all. Like King said, they sleeping in their cars. They
Yep.
sleeping on the sidewalks. They sleeping by the river. They will really be down there now because it's warm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got another caller, Snow.
All right. I'm
Okay.
out of here, y'all. Just pray for the city, man.
Okay.
I'm outta here,
Thank
y'all.
you, Snow.
Peace.
She let the phone ring 2 times. Call right back. Here she go. Are you in the United States, ma'am?
I am, but I'm packing for another trip. But I'm here.
What up, Maxter?
You came home to change clothes. I ain't mad at you, girl. I ain't
That's
mad
all
at
I did. And make sure my house okay.
What's going on, Angie Mac?
Okay, so my opinion may not be popular,
Uh-oh.
but that's okay because I don't care about being popular.
Right.
But I want to talk to my people because.
Cut that mic down, Angie.
But I want to say that we need to get up off our asses. We're sitting and crying about what Nelly didn't give us, which is fair. Everybody should have had something. But for the last 4 years, let's talk about, okay, let me start with the Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
Medicaid people with Medicaid, we didn't even know as workers that they were changing the Medicaid program. It just happened all of a sudden. They took the waiver off for the water crisis because they said that the water crisis is over with. We know that it isn't, but like everybody got on Medicaid. It sucked up funds for Medicaid so bad that now we have just the first plan. It's just like prevention. If you're not pregnant, if you're not disabled, if you're not an elderly, you're getting the basic plan. If you are an able-bodied adult at a certain age, they're saying you got to work. We have people that's applying for Medicaid who is working, is offered through their job, but they don't want to pay that $120 every 2 weeks, every time their check comes.
Right.
But if I do it, I'm starting to look at it like as a working middle class. I'm tired of carrying everybody. I'm tired of carrying y'all lazy asses, basically. Because if I'm working and I can't even get no aid, my son who's working, who's barely making $30 an hour, and his rent is $1,400. If he's doing it, he's paying his own medical, his own life insurance, and he can't even get a gas or a light bill paid. It's we sitting on our asses too much. We sitting having kids we can't afford by men we know, by men who ain't doing shit,
right?
Who don't want nothing. Sorry for cussing. But when do we wake up? Why are we always the ones about? We have so much talent, but we'll rather sit at home and not do nothing. And we putting everything on the middle class. The rich class, they're getting away with stuff because they're taxing us out. With the middle class, we're the ones keeping the communities together, and then grandma's house is gone because the basement's flooding because Uncle Joe 50 ain't never had to work. When do we stop the cycle? Right. When do we stop begging? And when do we start getting up out our asses and doing stuff? We don't vote, but we complain. Look at the turnout for Bev and them. 20 people showed up. Rich got all the votes. Rich took all the fucking votes. Because 20 people showed up. Like, it's ridiculous. And then we sit there and cry. We don't even try to clean our yards. I hope they do change Pearson and Clio Road. It looked like a war zone.
Girl, that shit, you should see this. I can't wait to take this
I
picture,
seen
girl.
it.
That
No,
look beautiful.
I watched his show. He did a show with his wife, and he showed the pictures of the master plan before, like last year or something. Am I correct?
You correct.
You and your wife showed the
Girl,
plan.
I missed
Last
that one.
time.
I
It
seen the
was- it-
Stockdale one with
Right.
this one, baby. That looked like Southfield, like down there on Evergreen
Sterling
and
Heights and
yeah,
all
down
of
there.
those
Yep,
areas.
yep.
Yeah, but when do we clean up our community? We throw stuff out the window. I'm literally behind a truck, and he took out his
Right.
garbage that he just got from the Chick Popeyes and just threw it out the window.
That's right.
And I'm like, and then he'll be the main one crying about the neighborhood. We let
That's
people
right.
dump in our neighborhood. We don't come to city council. We don't vote. We don't work. All we do is sleep,
Hold
fuck,
on,
and complain.
Hold on. We got breaking news.
Okay.
Mick, put it up on the screen.
Hold
We
on.
got a power outage at Grand Blanc Academy.
Right here.
Sending children home early. Can pick up now or wait on buses. Maria Carter.
Yeah,
Power
they
outage
power
at-
been out for the longest. I think it's because we got the message too.
Mm-hmm.
Power outage at Grand Blanc Academy, sending children home early. So if your children or grandchildren or nieces, cousins or somebody, check on your children. Okay, back to you,
Burton-
Angie.
Okay, but Burton is out too. Burton and Grand
Wow.
Blanc areas have several units of power outages.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we was told today. But all I'm saying is we can't just keep relying on the government when we know the government want us to fail. We keep falling for the
Wow.
child support scheme, the food stamp scheme, the houses. We every other nationality, every other race succeeds because they work together. They don't, like the Chinese, they come in here taking over. We fall in love with everybody else's dreams, but our own. I can't even find a black nail technician around here. I have to go out of town to get my nails done. Like I can't even
Wow.
support black businesses because we won't get our stuff together. Everything we do, we have steps.
Yep.
We don't support. Like people going famous off of shit we create. They take our model and our talent and they build off of it. They've been doing it for years. And oh my God, I'm just so frustrated with us. I'm so frustrated with us because we don't work together. We'd rather tear each other down for $2 than to build together and have $1 million. And that's all I want to say is like, when do the master plan has been in effect for a long time. Since they signed the Declaration of Independence. We were never integrated. We still segregated.
The system was never created for us.
No, it wasn't. They used us. We were succeeding separated. We was doing better separated from all of this mess. They capitalized off everything we do, and we let them because we would rather be praised by white people than to work together with our fellow black men. And that's a shame.
That's
and it's
right.
still happening today. The way people move up in the ladders in our office with the government, you see it all the time. You only need one person to sell out.
Right.
And they take a whole bunch of people with it. But all I want to say is y'all need to get up off y'all asses. Nothing is free no more.
That's
and Donald finna make y'all work for it.
Sure
y'all
is.
need to start working.
Sure
y'all don't
is.
even got nothing to retire with. Y'all using my Social Security. I want my own Social Security. Y'all just sitting
Right.
at home creating babies to terrorize the world. Y'all not raising
Wow.
them. Y'all, and you're not getting food stamps and cash assistance no more. So you might as well stop fucking.
Cutting all that
Like,
shit
literally.
off. Cutting it
Yeah.
off.
They cutting it off, and they should, because we had the opportunity to advance, and instead we didn't. We had the opportunity to advance with our health. We had the opportunity when they gave us free health care. We should have had all the surgeries we wanted to.
Wow.
We should have took care of ourselves. We have the opportunity to eat better. We still don't eat better.
Right.
We have the opportunity to work out. I mean, Planet Fitness was free for almost a whole year during COVID. No one took advantage of it. We just got we had the opportunities, and now that the opportunities is gone, we crying about it. That's all I want to say.
All right, girl.
All right.
Well,
love
thank
y'all.
you. Love you too, Angie.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Excellent.
And that's the master. I mean, that's a good point.
Excellent.
You know, and we have said that before. We got to quit waiting. It's nobody is about to ride in here on no white horse and save us.
But just go ahead, Winters.
Good morning.
Good morning. Praise ye the Lord.
Hey,
This
Pastor
is the day
Darius.
that the Lord has made.
Yes, it
We
is.
shall rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes.
Amen.
Good morning to the big CEO, Mickey Jordan.
What it do,
Good morning to the living my life like it's golden with that pretty golden hair, Winters Hall.
Thank
Ain't
you.
playing.
Thank you.
Hey, and to my good brother and my good friend, Councilman. Y'all hear what I said?
All right,
I said
Pastor.
Councilman. The councilman of all councilmen, Brother Maurice Davis. I had
Thank you,
the
Pastor.
great privilege of talking to him on a couple weeks ago. Oh, I'm going to be calling you back, man.
Okay.
I get so much out of what you have to say. And I had to hold myself, y'all, because I don't like these folks that's talking on 18. They better keep their mouth off 18.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm coming
That's
back,
all
Flint.
right.
I'm coming back. Whenever I get the money and the resources, I'm coming back. So, Mr. Matthews, you better not be in there when I come through there, because I'm gonna put some oil. I'm gonna put some oil on you, brother. Keep your mouth off 18.
We
Y'all
all
doing a
right.
good thing. Y'all doing a good thing. I was reading in my Bible this morning, and some of the stuff that's going on in Flint is in the Bible. The
Yes, it
Bible is
is.
being fulfilled.
Yes, it
Being
is.
fulfilled. I'm reading in there about Matthew the seventh chapter about the false preachers and teachers. Well, I'm gonna take it to the political side. That's just as equal to a crooked politician, because you're in leadership. God's leaders are chosen. Fake leaders just put themselves in the position. And that's what we got in Flint. We got people that don't have a heart and passion for people. They just wanted you to vote them in, and then when you vote them in, then they don't care about what you got to say.
Right. Right.
But I will say this: don't give up 18. You keep doing what
That's
you're
right.
doing. Don't let. I heard Mickey. I heard you say about what people saying and what they do. Don't worry about that,
Right.
because they can't stop the progress of God. God is in this.
Right.
God is in this media, 810 media. This is your baby, Mickey. God gave you the vision to do this for a reason. And you included Winters and also Trevor. Shout
That's
out
right.
to you too, brother.
That's right.
I like you, Trevor. You got that. That's it's just something about you, man. I send me your number, Trevor, and we're gonna talk sometime. Cause I mean, I listen at you talk, and all this knowledge that y'all give is helping. Y'all may not realize, but it's helping the residents
Thank
because they waking up.
Right.
What I witnessed on the other night in the council meeting, total ridiculous stuff that ain't been going on. Rules, making up rules, and how can you throw? They didn't have no reason to throw Mr. Muhammad out. I mean, just making up stuff
Wow.
as they go. I see they let that pastor pray. Well, when I come back, they better let me pray.
Christy Coleman, good morning.
But it's gonna look. This ain't gonna last. Trouble don't last always.
Right.
No, it don't.
We just got to wake up. And I'm saying we because I'm coming to Flint one day and I'm gonna be arrested. I'm gonna be just like Jed. I'm gonna be arrested.
All right.
And people look at me crazy when I say it, but that's my assignment. I know this now. I ain't waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning having visions and dreams for no reason. I want to come when I come back. I don't want to just sit around.
Right.
I want to get out there. I'm gonna get with you, Davis, and we're gonna go out and you show me some areas. We're gonna do some cleanups.
All right.
I'm already preparing myself, and I'm trying my best to come up with ideas to raise some money. Yep.
All right.
But I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. God bless you. Shout out to St. Louis, sweetheart. You take care, and I'll talk to y'all again later.
All right.
Love
All right,
every
Pastor.
one of y'all.
See you
Yes,
later.
ma'am.
Have a blessing.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye.
All right.
All right. You can respond to some of them calls. We had a bunch of. Well, St. Louis ain't called this
That
morning,
shit
has
called
she?
this morning.
I wonder what she doing, fussing with
I
her
mean,
grandbaby somewhere.
I like what every caller called in. You know what I'm saying? You know, but in our situation, there's so many things to it. Like I tell people, it ain't no 200 jobs in America. See, when you go to looking at that, when they say it's 200 jobs, ain't no 200 jobs. But at a time, we did have to do for self. I just feel that's where we at right now, because we can get up here sitting these politicians, but I wish it would be like, because I done gave people trials. I give you 90 days. If it work, it don't work, I move on. And I feel like how it should be with that council. Because in any job, like what that CFO did, came down there, can't answer questions, you out of there.
You know what? I don't understand for
Outta
the life
there.
of me why this is like the second time, and I'm being like serious. Last night's performance of Flint's chief financial officer
Right.
should have been enough to prompt a vote of no confidence. That man should have walked out of there last night without a job. That display that he presented to that council last night, where Tanya said, I can't even get my questions answered. He didn't know when Dennis was talking to him, it's like he wasn't even connecting to what Dennis was saying. He had one answer that he kept repeating over and over
I got
again.
a question to you and Mickey. And it's a serious question.
Yes, sir.
Have y'all seen, of all the times y'all have been to City Hall or City Council, have y'all ever seen anybody down there, or I said upstairs at the council meeting, more capable or more talented than the mayor, from the CO to the police chief to the clerk or whatever? Do it seem like he the most astute person there? And this is the reason I asked that.
Yes. No, that's not for the bump.
Newsom was a genius.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
even had him. That little young man was a genius. He ended up going to Pontiac.
I remember that when he left.
That boy was a dynamite CFO.
Yes.
Angela Wheeler was good at what she did in the law department. It seemed to me people get inferior people so I could stay in my position of being headship.
Right.
Think about what I just said. If I get a real CFO, they're going to make it solvent to where that budget going to be, hey, I can't spend this money. We can't be here. No, we don't have the funds over here. We can't take out the water fund. We only got a little bit of dollars in the general fund. Only a little bit in the police department. You follow me? They're going to take control
Right.
and rein it in. But another thing, when you said earlier, you said, not Maurice, but you said something to the effect about how do these people show up and be able to get these funds? Just like in the music business, any other business. I'm only going, if I'm over something, my friend's going to get a call. Hey, man, I got a couple $100,000 I could give you.
Just
A
like he
couple,
did
2 or 3
Court
thousand.
Street.
Nah, I'm saying that to say this, and I wish anybody would challenge me. 810-221-9342, Maurice D. Davis. Sherman McCatherine on Dayton Street. I told you about the cleanup with Liddell Lewis this weekend. The funds come in there, but the place where the funds come from, he controls all of the entities that get money. He's a part of the money. So Liddell Lewis and all of them, they getting money, but it's funneled around and about that nobody could come in that door because it's a closed door and you don't never know. If you think I'm lying, Capitol Theater have concerts every week. It ain't on DZT, but they packed. They have art walks. They have all of these alley fests and stuff that's privy to downtown, but ain't privy to the urban side of town.
Right.
I'm saying that to say this. They know what they're doing. And it's frustrating. It's hard not to cuss, knowing the dirt. And I don't want to say everything because the people that entrust you, the source, I don't want to say that.
But you exposed that last year, and we talked about that. You and Beverly went down there. I didn't really even remember this side of town, Water Street down there.
Yes, yes.
And they had that Prince
Yes.
imitation band
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
And it's like, Prince, that's us. Prince,
They didn't want you down there.
you was the only black person I seen in the crowd.
I'm trying to, Winters, What I'm telling you, back then, as the lady that called said when me and Beverly was years ago, you're absolutely right. That was a different master plan. This stuff is this week.
I seen the
And what I'm
Stockdale
telling
one.
you right now is this week. I'm still tied to it because people know my knowledge behind the scene, but keep him dumb. Just like with Jed, he ain't scared because he have a certain amount of a leader leads. And I'm here to protect my own stuff, but I got a allegiance to make sure I get yours first. I'm good. I got knowledge to sustain myself. But I'm dirty if I get money and don't help y'all first. And that's why I tell y'all, whatever you do, keep, like Pastor Gaddis just said, keep what you got. But they gotta dumb me down because I know too much. I
And
know.
Maurice, it was common sense, like you said. They had the Clio Road District, they had the Saginaw Street. It was a couple more, and if you ride down Clio Road and you looking at all of them bandos, and it's like, something strange going
You
on.
don't have the finances to stay here, so they already know you're not sustainable here. So
Right.
they said we're removing blight, but they mean blighted areas.
Yeah.
That mean all of these old raggedy houses that's condemnable. That's why not one dime been spent on a roof. I don't care how you talk. But over there where Dennis and them live, they beautiful. That's a sustainable neighborhood.
Where they? But that picture you just showed me, where the hell is the people coming from that's gonna be shopping and living?
It ain't gonna be us.
It's not gonna be us though, right?
We are a suburb.
I know that. I'm
Here-
just talking
here-
to him like.
Winters. Flint is a suburb of Detroit. So you'll know that. It's a suburb of Detroit. And they know that. People want what you got. It's so peaceful over there on Dayton Street now, it's unreal.
It
People
sure
starting
is.
to take care of their properties.
It
They
sure
starting
is.
to buy a lot of land. They starting to understand, oh, I want to keep, but here go the problem. I tell them. They studied your income, man. You ain't gonna be able to stay here.
I seen a white person over there walking.
They do the Crim Walk on Dayton. They do yoga up at Joy Tabernacle Church on the stage over there. They do all of that stuff all year long. They got all of the funding. He control every, including Carissa Shields. Man, I could scream at what I know. And people think I don't waste my time. I tell you the truth. That's why I come with
Let
documentation.
me see one of them.
Here you go. This is East Side, but back to I think this was the home Brownell
Homes.
or Ballinger. See, this is the Ballinger. But people really need to know it's movements going on.
This is crazy.
No, this is a
The
different.
train has left the station.
It's-
Future land use plan.
Yeah. I tell you when this.
They telling you what they gonna do.
It's already planned.
And I agree with Angela Lynette shit. She said, let me go back to her comment. No, wrong one. Here you go.
They telling you what they gonna do with
She
your.
said, this what Angela said. She said, that's why they are not releasing the foreclosure list to the residents per Gladys.
That's why.
They want the investors and certain people to buy homes in Flint now.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
Yep. I mean, they got a whole page telling you what that land is what they gonna do over there. The demographics, like he said, they have studied your demographics, how old you are, 65 and older, 14%. They know where the old people living at. They are waiting for you to die out and take your land.
And is Northern blighted right now, Winters?
Yep.
Is that Northern? That a picture of Northern?
Yes.
That's right. It's already planned and plotted. See where it say economic development and education?
I knew that. I knew
That's
that.
what I'm.
I
But
knew
the
that.
residents living right next door don't know nothing. That's what I'm saying. Because that's why they raising or assessing higher taxes. Because no other money. Opera's gone.
Right.
When Neely said it's going to be a rehab money of some sorts of income coming. Next week, my water bill doubled. That's
And
how
you
I
see why they won't have, they can have a special hearing. And I'm talking to council, and I know y'all listening, and I don't really care what kind of backlash I get. At this point, I don't care. If y'all can if y'all can do motions now, y'all found out y'all can do motions. Put a motion on the floor, and let's talk about, like, the people taxes supposed to get raised this year. The water bill supposed to get raised this year. And then the property taxes, water bill, and it was something
The
else.
garbage.
The garbage.
Whoa! Don't forget in consumers.
Consumer bill. Consumer
It's
bill.
going up.
Like, let's talk
Where the money
about
gonna
that.
come from?
That's what I'm saying. And this little funky $2 million that they approved for 1 year. And this same CFO said, well, we got to look at it again next year and figure out what we're going to do next year. That was just a campaign thing because Neely ain't going to give a shit if he don't win in 2026. It's like y'all on your own. You think he going to come back and help y'all sustain yourself and y'all to vote his ass back in? No. He ain't going to give a damn when he don't win in 26.
And then if Medicare don't pay these prescription and insurance,
The people going to die quicker.
You already compromised from cancers like what's the name just said?
Yeah.
We done.
Yeah.
You ain't no way to get your medication. You ain't be able to go to the doctor. You done.
Doctor won't
Like
see
Snow
you
said.
if you ain't got no insurance. They won't write you no prescription. You ain't got
It's
no
a demise.
insurance. Yeah.
And that's what I'm
Going
studying.
downhill.
We done.
Yeah.
While they playing games, we done.
Right.
And that ain't talking about a problem. That's just saying the destination where we headed. And that casket is lining up for Flint. For real, for real.
If you
And
think
people
about
don't
it,
even
yes.
know. If you don't turn from your wicked ways and start, the Bible says, my people will be destroyed for the lack of accurate knowledge.
Right.
It's happening.
But look who telling them. You got all these people who don't care. You got more people about I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? While the rest of us suffering. Because a lot of them people don't even live in Flint. The CFO not even from Flint.
The Ballinger Highway. I want to see the Ballinger Highway.
Yeah,
one
keep
day.
that.
Didn't you hear that last night, Winters?
What happened?
When they said the CFO not even from Flint?
Yeah. Maurice was telling us they brought the Grand Blanc assessor in to tax our ass higher.
Flint North Central neighborhood. You
What
keep
is
that.
that? Flushing and Ballinger Road.
Right up the street.
Wait a minute, Mickey.
Go out and make a left. And
This
we'll run
look
right.
like downtown Fenton. This is Hung Da. That's where Hung Da. Look, shut the front door.
And where the grocery store, right on the corner.
Look, Maurice is folding these up, putting them in my lap like you ain't seen shit
No,
yet.
you can have them. I want you y'all on the radio and doing y'all thing. Accurate knowledge.
Look at what they doing to El Dorado. So you ain't gonna be able to drive down the street?
Knowledge is power, Winters. And let me tell you something. I'll give you another source before y'all sign off. This east side.
Judy side.
Oh my god.
And how you find out about all these resources, Winters? Carmen Lewis is the president right here. Flint Neighborhood United. A lot of information is there. I was the president of the Neighborhood Association. Knowledge is power.
Oh.
But people wouldn't listen to me. And most of them lost everything they got now.
Wasn't listening when you was telling them this 5
Nope.
years ago.
Look
6
at
years ago.
This is right here. Save a Lot. And this is the street behind Save a Lot. And this is another structure on right there where that old bank used to be. And that right there is a white lady walking.
And them are apartments or condos.
And
whatever
at
you
least
want
they did give us a black family with the little boy on his bike.
to. And
they
those
got
all of the
little-
babies. With
And look at all
strollers.
the little bike that
Kids.
they got up there.
They
The
said
people
before,
just walking.
and that's it after. It's real, Winters.
I ain't that. They have. The bus has left.
Yeah, I keep telling you when Chris Del Moroni said,
It's here.
those who stay
will
will
pay.
pay. And I remember when the deacon said the train has left the station.
They ain't
train-
talking about
I'm
that at council.
tripping. They not talking about this at city council, baby.
I try to tell people we in trouble.
They ain't talking about this on no podcast.
None of that.
They said where they
They
can find them pictures at city council.
I
City-
told y'all when
city-
y'all go in city council, right there by that service center desk, before you hit them elevators,
give
it's a
them the
little
source.
spin around.
That's gonna be empty. Go to planning and development. They there.
Planning and development.
That's where you get them at. They're in the back at
Planning and development.
That's
But,
what that
but they
comes
also
from.
on that little spin around thing too.
Right, but if they don't have them, planning and
Go to
development,
planning
that's
and
come
development.
from planning and development. Masterplan
I done looked at these
Imagine Flint, Mass.
1,950 times and didn't know all of this stuff was in here. And actually had picked them up one time and never read it. And it's telling me this say, fool, you about to be gone from here in a minute.
You
This
see,
what
that
this say.
started in 2019.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
20
That's when the train left.
That's exactly correct.
You was telling
and
us
now
about
they
the train in
implement-
2017.
They're moving forward a blight elimination, but it's blighted areas. They just say blight like picking up trash. No, tearing down these old raggedy houses, paid or not paid.
Look at these people walking down the street. I'll be there.
Everything gonna match Burston Field House and the YWCA they put downtown and all of that.
This right here.
Remember I told you
No, it is.
Phil Schultz wanted to remodel over there at my place just like this. I got the renderings.
No, but I remember seeing them pictures how they was gonna do Devil's Lake.
This
I
look
seen
like-
that back in 2020 and said, "Oh, we here."
But it get interesting when you start studying the median income, see what they got.
And then they use the township. How
Yes.
you gonna use the township for Flint? This is, but you know what? Gentrification is real. Then nobody want to hear it.
That's gentrification. You gentrified when that happened.
Hey, listen, they was hearing it when they did that redistricting.
Yes.
But then nobody get out there and complain about the redistricting. We had some of the Democrats going along with it.
Why they clowning? They moving forward.
See, Nancy Adams said they was talking about this way back when GM pulled out.
That's absolutely right. Knowledge is power.
See what Tay said? She said, none of this is new knowledge. It started the day Mott decided to take over. Demolition means progress. Laid
That's
it
what
all
he
out.
said. Tay-Tay, listen, for y'all of y'all that's on here now, don't forget to come back. We having a special Thursday night edition of The Bump. It's going to be me, Mickey, and Tay-Tay running it back tonight. And then next Thursday night,
Uh-oh.
we're going to have another special
Who?
edition of The Bump.
Who?
Me, Mickey, and Sister Taliba.
You got to be shitting me.
She going to read your ass.
She probably is.
Gonna come on here. She gonna brother Mickey, and I'm gonna say tear his ass.
But
That's
see,
smart.
but us believers in Allah know how to deal with each other in such the best
Oh,
manner.
shut up, Mickey.
You ain't know that, did you? We know how to deal in the best manner. But with you infidels, we go crazy
We
with.
thank you for putting up with us, because not too many people can put up with me and Mickey.
Man, y'all got a lot of knowledge sitting up here.
I try. I got the knowledge.
Enjoy the power you have. Enjoy it.
Tell her again, enjoy it. Because I'm going to cut the water off. Like the mayor did. I'm going to cut your power. I'm going to be like consumers. Cut the power right off and they don't want to hear it. Ain't no none negotiations because we don't negotiate with terrorists. And let me tell you this, before we sign off. Don't bring nobody else trash over here because you down there destroying 810. Peace, family.
I don't like Christmas, Easter.